Hey folks, here's more of a rough form lesson. I figure work with what you've got. I'm still working on making a music studio in the basement, but until then, you know, I've got everything I need here. I've got my pad, I've got my makeshift hi-hat ride cowbell, and I've got my kick drum here with a suitcase. So I've been really obsessed with Afro-Cuban music recently, particularly a lot of stuff with Michael Oliveira, the stuff he's done with Richard Bona. The pocket is so deep, and on top of that, there's so much vocabulary, but never at the expense of the rhythm or the feel. The main groove that I've been getting into is just the this sort of mambo pattern of dotted 8th, 16th in the right on what would be a cowbell, and the tumbao in the kick. And to try to get better at that and establish some independence and just deepen my overall feel, I've been playing the right hand and right foot as the ostinato, and then left hand playing different melodies. I've been leaving out my left foot entirely for now. I have a habit of maybe relying on my left foot in certain styles of music for the pulse, and I wanted to just eliminate it from the equation for now. So one of the exercises I've been doing is taking the New Breed book by Gary Chester and using the systems that he goes through. Honestly, if you're first starting out, the way I break it down with the left hand, I'll just start with quarter notes and then eighth notes and sixteenths, etc. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. Then maybe playing it on the eighth notes. And then also exploring each of the sixteenths. I'm not going to go through that now. Maybe I'll jump back and make a sort of a preliminary to this video about that, because it really is important to do those things to fill out the gaps and feel what it feels like to have the left hand play on each of the subdivisions. But after you've done that, going to these systems, the later ones, there are so many notes, there's so many 16th notes that it forces you to go at a slower tempo. The only tempo I can play it at is slow enough that it forces me to slow down. What else can I say? So anyway, this is all preamble. I'll jump through all this BS. I'll cut through all this BS in the full video or in the edited video.
He didn't.
But the way I'll practice this, one of the ways I've been practicing this recently, I'll just set the metronome, and what I'll do is I'll try to play through all of this, and inevitably I'm going to make mistakes. And when I do, I'll try to find the measure that I made the mistake on, and I'll repeat that 2 to 4 times just to make sure I've made a point of working on that. So let's try it out. Ah, there we go. All right, not too bad. Actually better than I thought it would be. But even if you don't make mistakes, there's always something you can improve. You can deepen it, you can try working on different dynamic levels and different limbs. So there's always room to improve, even if it was perfect, which it wasn't. There was that one measure that I stuttered on a bit, and so I just repeated it 4 times. As you can probably hear, I have a tendency to rush. I don't think this is unique to me. I think a lot of drummers struggle with that. It can be hard to lay back, especially the more notes you play. It's easy to get almost a little panicked and tense and start pushing with that. There are some musicians out there that are really great case studies in how not to do that. First one that pops into mind is the late great DeJohnette, who could play so much vocabulary, and there was such a fluidity and never a panicked playing. I mean, sometimes the time would move, expanding a track a little bit, but it never felt like it was the result of a lack of technique or him being tense. And then Michael Oliveira being another great one. He plays these Mambo patterns at breakneck speeds with Bona, and if anything, they're almost like pulling back a little bit. There's that swing that I won't get into now. That's such a deep thing, and I'm probably not qualified to do that anyway. But I can sort of approximate it, and I think of it a little bit almost like vibrato, where it's something that you don't necessarily need to do at first. Focus more on rhythm instead of getting the swing. And similar to vibrato, focus more on tone and pitch before you start messing with vibrato. Those things can come later. Anyway, bit of a tangent. That's how I'm practicing this now. Let me know if this style of music interests you. And yeah, looking forward to posting more, and especially looking forward to posting more once I have the proper music studio set up. So thanks for watching. Take care.